the Series 63, the 65, the 66, the SIE exam. All the FINRA exams and NASAA exams, come here for some help with it. Now, before I get started and into the live, hey, how are you? That's great. I'm glad to see you here. So let's get into this a little bit. Let's start with the number one question I get all the time is, what do I do if I'm taking the test tomorrow? So as I say, get the hell off my live. If you're taking it tomorrow, I don't want you on here. Good luck, vibes, congrats, snaps. We're going to do it. Get some sleep, get off here. Now, if you're taking it tomorrow, you're done, you're studied, go get some sleep, do whatever you have to do to relax, glass of wine, smoke a J, whatever it is, okay? Back massage, whatever. Now, the next step is if you're taking it after tomorrow, like say 2 days from now. Tomorrow, don't take any tests really. If you want to do little quizzes, maybe, but nothing big, nothing taxing. Spend the day adding knowledge, okay? Just spend the day just watching videos, watching my videos, reading the book, reading some like the Crunch Time Facts, or if you have Notman, the key topics, or if you have Kaplan, the tips and tricks. All these little things. I think Achievable has a cheat sheet too. I'll have to look that up. I think they do. Now, so that's good for tomorrow and the day after. Now, if it's beyond that, what you want to do is you want to take, if you're within 10 days, you want to take finals every day. In the morning, try to match the time you're taking on the exam if you can, to get the same biorhythms and all that Zen crap, okay? Try to do that. And then every day after you take it, review it in detail, right and wrong answers. Review everything, not just the wrong answers. Review everything, and any section you do bad on, either reread, watch a video, or take a quiz on to do it, to get that score up. That's your thing. Leading up to that, remember, when you start studying, and if you're just starting now, you want to make sure that you read the book fully. I don't care what test it is. Read the book cover to cover, no tests, no questions, no highlighting, screw the highlighting, no notes. Just read through it. If you want to go through the second time and take notes, that's fine. But we like progress. We want to get through. So those are your plans for taking it. Literally, that's what it is. Taking it tomorrow, stop, get off here. Taking it beyond tomorrow, no tests the day before, but every day but the day before, you're taking finals every day. But you don't need to take finals for a month, like 10 days. You want to do chapter quizzes and like attack the weak stuff up until 10 days out, and then every day. Then watch videos and read. I think that works. Now, there's a lot of free stuff. Remember, you're not alone. There's a lot of free stuff on here. There's a lot of free stuff. I have my Facebook group, which is FINRA Exam Prep with Capital Advantage Tutoring. Then we also have Series 65, 66 Exam Prep. I have almost 5,000. I mean, it's ridiculous. I looked up, it's like 2,200 active people in there. We have a chat for every class test, right? So you can go in the room and see the big stuff, and then get help from me and Michael Weiss and a couple other tutors. By the way, Michael Weiss, great tutor. Check him out at series7examtutor.com. Also, I do it at series7exam.org. Okay. You can, if I'm too expensive and Michael's too busy, which he's pretty busy, I have other tutors that are newer. Good. They're just newer and they're cheaper. Okay. I can help you out with that. If you need the 79, I got a guy, Joe, out in California, but he's booked up constantly. It's crazy because he's that good. I'm trying to get him to get somebody else to back him up. Now you have that. We also have my membership thing. So every Friday night we meet at 6 o'clock. I do the 65, 66 class, even the 63. At 7 o'clock, I do the Series 7. And then at 8 o'clock, I do the options. It's an options only class. We call it the happy hour because people drink, have wine, and we go to like 8:30. We start at 8, we go to like 9:30 sometimes, unless I have to go. It's every Friday night Eastern time. Those are my memberships. So on the membership, if you go into the group, if you go onto my video, there's a little button that says join. Also, if you like my shit, hit like, subscribe, and share this shit, okay? See what happens. Maybe it works. Okay, so now, hit the join button, and there's 4 choices. There's the cheap one, which is just watching old membership videos of these classes. I record them and post them sometimes. Then the next level up is $20 a month. Now, remember, do this on a laptop or desktop, because if you do it on an iPhone, Apple sometimes likes to jack 30% on, so we don't want to do that. $20 a month is just my options videos. Now, my options are crazy, okay? They're different than anyone else's. You can use T-charts if you want. I don't, okay? I think my options are off the fucking chart. They're game-changing, totally different, very visual, like common sense. So you kind of understand what's going on. You know the bull bear, the break-even, everything. That's for $20 a month to get access to all my videos on options. It's only options. Everything else is free. Anything else I do other than the classes and the options is free. I put however many videos on there. Now, the next step up is $25 a month, which means you get everything below it. You get the once a week 7 class, plus the options, plus the replay of the videos. Then you go up even higher, the $50 a month. That's the option class, the Series 7 class, and the options, videos, and then the membership replays. Okay. So if you think about it, we meet every week pretty much. I'm even doing not the Christmas Eve, right? Every Friday we meet, and once in a while it'll be a Sunday if I have something going on Friday, but it's either Friday or Sunday. I don't like Sundays because I finally get to see football. Okay. Now, hey, how are you? What's up? Hey, congrats. That's awesome. Now, if you haven't noticed, this isn't live. I'm recording this, right? You did figure that out, right? I'll be live in a second, just as soon as I get this shit out of the way. Now, if you think about it, paying $50 a month if you're doing options, okay? That means you're meeting 2 times a week, which is 8 lessons, which is what, $6 a lesson. It's pretty cheap. I think so. I'm selling myself cheap. Okay. Anyway, those are all the things. If you also, what other? So also check out Susie Rhodes at Passmaster. You can check out Brandon Rith over at Basic Wisdom. You can check out Brian Lee at Teskey. You can check. On this beautifully warm summer day, I'm going to give you a little information on how to study for the exam. First of all, read the fucking book. You got to read the book, okay? If you try to just do questions, you're going to end up coming to me or another tutor and spending a lot of money. Read the damn book. Can't say that enough. Get through it one time. Don't take a lot of notes unless you're a really good note taker. But if you take a lot of notes, what's going to happen is you're going to sit there and take forever to finish it. Get through the book one time at least. Try to get the big picture. Options, maybe you got to do a couple times through practice exams. But then just start taking quizzes on each chapter. Each chapter, take 10 to 15 questions on each chapter. Anything you get less than a 75 on, reread the chapter or that section, whatever it is. It's time consuming, but you got to do it. Then once you're passing all them, then start finals. Doing finals is not studying. Doing finals is to find out where you're weak. That's not a form of studying. Yes, you're going to get advice from people to say, just take a lot of tests. You know what? You don't meet the 50% of people who fail doing that because you're now doing something else. This job takes that kind of dedication. You need to read, quiz, and then study. If you need help with options, go. Either hire me, hire someone else, talk to people, or I have a bunch of videos on YouTube that will help you, okay? Now, if you've done all the quizzes and the finals, every time you do a quiz, reread the chapter. Once you get to the finals, take a final. Then the lowest 2 sections, reread those chapters. It's testing and reading, both of them together. I'm going to repeat that. That's my fucking mantra. You got to read the book. If you don't, you're going to have a problem. Also, don't look for which vendor mimics the exam. None of them do. Very few. You're gonna hear from people, oh, Kaplan does, STC does, Achievable does. None of them do. You may get lucky on a few, but that's not what it's about. You're not trying to mimic the test. Yes, that'd be great. If I could write a bunch of questions that looked like the exam, I'd be a millionaire, okay? Instead of just 100 air, okay? So no one does it. There's not one vendor. And FINRA is super aggressive about not letting people mimic the exams. They sued training consultants like 10 years ago because your questions are so damn close. Nobody wants to do that. And the Roman numeral stuff, yeah, people do Roman numerals because it's easy to write questions that way. If somebody asks me to write questions, if I have to do the ABCD ones, I could probably do like 10 questions an hour. You give me Roman numerals, I can probably bang out 30 questions an hour. Maybe less, but a lot more because Roman numerals are easier to write, and that's why they have a lot of them. I want you to treat the tests as a way to test your knowledge, not to mimic the exam. The more you know, the easier it is. Follow me on YouTube. I got a bunch of stuff, live Q&A every Tuesday and Thursday nights. Let's pass this fucker. Welcome to the thing. I need better lighting. It's like creepy in here. Okay, but anyway, yeah, I have a nice chandelier, and I got to replace those like 9 lights. I get too lazy to take them out. It's kind of a cool looking chandelier though, but there's no lights, right? It's a very cool. I think it's an antler chandelier. I love it. Okay. Welcome to the Thursday Night Live from Chatham, New Jersey. Okay, so we got some stuff going on. I think some good stuff. I see some good news in the chat already, baby. I see the good news. I'm going to be demonetized in the first 30 seconds of my video. That is, gosh darn. Hold on. Boom. No, you don't. Joni, do you need to be a member? No. Are you watching it? Welcome on. You just got to subscribe, baby. You can even talk. The only membership thing you need, there actually is a button that says you have to be a member. You can say a member to comment, but I'm not that greedy. Boom, Amanda. Big shot. Boom, baby. I love it. Boom. What do you mean? What's the deal with my brother? He's helping out people at Northwestern. Okay. Okay, let me get into this. Sean, welcome. You made it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm so happy with it. Okay. Amanda, I agree. I think getting this shit is done. But Amanda, I'm so happy for you. Okay. Guys, don't forget to check out my Mathapalooza video. It's going to help for the 65 and the Series 7. Okay. Now. How much for one-on-one tutor? Oh, yeah, I'll talk about that later. Go to my website, series7exam.org. You'll see all of it there. And you can book. Sometimes a lot of people do, like a lot of people on the SIE, they'll do a group. It's a little cheaper because I'm $185 an hour and it's expensive. I'm very good at what I do, but it is what it is. Maybe some people do it with a group. Ivy, welcome on. Nice and early. You're driving home from work, I assume. Okay. Good. I'm glad you liked it. I'm going to do more of those. I don't think anyone's done that, right? Again, thinking ahead of the block, right? Of just not just putting the formulas up there like other videos, right? I have a video on that, but doing them so you can do them with me, just nonstop math. Because a lot of the vendors, like you'll go on and go, like I'll work with a student and go, hey, let's do 10 margin questions, right? And what'll happen is we'll go in there and start on it. And then we'll get through 10 questions to get like one math question. Well, we're just trying to just do math. It's crazy. Joni, welcome on. You do not need to know. Okay. Oh, it's okay. I got it. No, I got him into this. Okay. He worked on the floor too for a while. Then he runs a basketball program, but he said he was helping people out. So I hooked him up with the Achievable guys. I hooked him up with what was the other thing? So I got him a deal with Northwestern where he just goes animal every morning for like 6-12 hours, like from like 6 to noon every day, just animal fucking shit. Not a lot of money for it, but he's an animal on this stuff. So, and it's getting him better. He's good. I mean, he's pretty good that he watches, what was I going to say? I'm multitasking, which is a problem. He's pretty good on this now. You know, he has some solid stuff. I don't know why this is not working, but whatever. Okay. Malachi, that's okay. The masters are tough, but anyway, he's good. He's starting out. He's about 8 months into tutoring, and he's doing a good job. My wife and daughter are afraid he's going to like steal my business from me. I'm like, nobody's stealing my shit from me. Okay. Joanne Yang, yeah, I'm telling you, boom, get on that 6. Michael, I love him. Michael's a great tutor. Baby, Series 6. I just want to celebrate. Good. Okay. I'm glad you liked it. I thought the Mathapalooza, that's my favorite one. I'm already working on Mathapalooza 2, the sequel. Okay. Okay. Can I go over yield bond calcs with him? Didn't you just pass the essay? What the hell do you need it for? Taking the 6? Okay. 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 Okay, you don't have to do yield calculations, okay? You're not going to have to do the math. That's usually a Kaplan thing or a past reference. You not have to do the yield other than current yield. That's pretty much the only thing you're going to have to do. Okay. There's nothing else. That's pretty much everything. Okay. Where are we? Bitcoin. Hold on. Yeah, that works. That's there. No, we're good. I'm just trying to. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Now. Okay, now we're good, I think. Slowest internet in the world. I'm in on the fucking capital of fucking high-tech shit. And slow, whatever. Registered what? take my MAC address off. Oh, well, I'll have to fix it later. Okay, we'll move on. I'm just talking to myself. Now, so let's, you're not going to have to do yield to maturity, but you might have to do current yield, which is what AMP, annual over market price, right? AMP, annual over market price. Okay, now, it's your annual yield, annual coupon over the market price. That's all you're going to do. And I did it in that Mathapalooza video. But so this is what I want you to write down, Joanne. Don't worry about any of the yields, but remember this. Everyone write this down. 100 basis points. 100 basis points equals 1%. Equals $10. Equals 1 point. So if the stock goes up 100 basis points, that's 1%. It's $10. If it goes up 200 basis points, that's 2%. That's $20. That's 2 points. So remember that 100 basis points equals $10 equals 1% equals 1 point. So if you go from like 98 to 99, like quoting wise, 98 to 99, that's really 980 to 990. That's $10. That's 100 basis points. Hope that helps. Okay. Yeah, I don't talk about it. He's still building his business. So I mean, at some point maybe I'll put him on. Okay. Okay. Amanda, but that's something I know. I was going very. It's a real speed test. It is, but we're gonna get there. We got this. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just over and over and over again. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we can build the muscle, that's why I have the next one going. I have about 9 more problems to go on there, and then I just create the problems. And by the way, those are the way they'll ask. Those aren't from the exam, but they're really close. They're very, very close to the way the exam will ask them, which is good. Okay. It's surreal for me, right? It's surreal for me that I'm actually talking to myself. I can't believe that I'm actually me. I'm like in my own skin. It's fucking crazy. Okay. Of course, we can go over exempt versus exclude. Okay. So exempt, here's the thing. So exempt, let's start with a couple things. Exempt means you meet the definition, but you don't have to register. Okay. So that's like a investment advisor who does it, who's a federal company. Let's say let's say it's a investment better one. You're a, let's see, what's a good exempt one? Oh, you're a treasury security. You are a security, but you don't have to register. That's an exempt security. Exempt means you meet the definition, you don't have to register. Exclude means you don't meet the definition of a security, like a future or a forward or something like that. A future or a forward or something like that, that does not meet the definition of a security. So it's excluded. Okay, so, okay. Yeah, Zach, look how hard that fucking thing is, right? That is, Zach, it's so hard to remember basis point because 1 on 100th. Just remember 100 basis points is 1%. Then you can work your way down. The vendors try to teach it that way all the time. And I'm like, why make it hard? Okay, anyway. Now, either I'm blurry or it's just, this is a filter on there to make me look better. Okay, now. I hope that helps a little bit, Jordan. So again, exempt means it meets the definition, but it doesn't have to register. Treasury, muni, on a stock exchange, shit like that. Exempt. Exclude means it's not even what it is. It doesn't meet the definition, whether it's a whether it is a, let me turn this off for now. It's annoying that there's nothing. I gotta update that. Okay. Exclude means it doesn't meet the definition, like a future, a forward, commodities, shit like that. They're excluded from the definition. Okay. No, Kyle, there were a lot. They just had a lot of questions. Okay. There was only like 65 option questions on it. It's just it was 250 questions. I'll get to you. Yeah, Malachi, skimming it is not going to help me. Right? You got to do it. You got to read. Okay. Look, think you're almost done with the material and you're getting high 60s. On granted, the master exams are fucking hard, right? So if you're not done with the book yet, go back to just do chapter quizzes. Do chapter quizzes at first, and anything you're not good at, just read it again. Please try to read it. Please try to read it. Okay. Just do that for me. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so the 7, sure, the 7, I do some options in here, but since I'm a greedy bastard, I have a paywall. I'll do theory on here, but I won't do my math. Okay. Now, I used to be in the muni business pre-SA. There weren't that many option questions on the old Series 7. Has that changed? Hold on, I gotta make sure of something. Hold on. Oh yeah, somebody. Okay. Now, what? The 7 used to be 250 questions. You had 6 hours to take it. You had an hour break in the middle, and yeah, it didn't feel like there was many options because there was 65 of them. So it's there's 65 of them, but it's out of 250 questions, so it may feel like less. But okay, yeah. So Joanne, you got it. Okay, 3 to 4 weeks, hell yeah. 3 to 4 weeks, maybe 5, depending. Right? You're working during the day. I know that. So say 4 to 6 weeks somewhere. And just remember, what do you do first? Read the fucking book. Just get on the book first. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna hardly get any memory on that. Okay. There you go, Zach. It works, right? Currents of electricity, amps, annual over market price. Good. Okay, Sean. We got to make sure this is your last time. Okay. Okay. Boom. Allowing you. Thank you for letting me you come on. It's the other way around. You shouldn't be thanking me. I'm thanking you for coming on here, Sean. We're gonna get you through this. Okay. Make sure you listen to me. I can't say this enough. Join the study groups. I know that. Did you do the one Maria does, right? Is it Maria Marie? Is it Marie or Maria? I have to look. I always put an IA in everyone's name. Okay. Marie. I know that. Okay. Maria. I want to say Maria. Maria. Oh, sorry. Little West Side Story shit. Okay. Okay. I just put out a new short on one on Instagram that I think is pretty good. Okay. Very short. Good music though. Okay. Um, Join the study group that Maria is doing. See, I say Maria. Marie's doing. They do it. I think they do it right before my live from 7 to 8:30 every Tuesday and Thursday. So then they roll right into here. If you're on it already, that's great. If you're not, get in it because I think they're super helpful and that's going to help you a lot. Those study groups are goddamn magic. They really are. Okay. Oh, good. I'm glad, Scott. I was actually afraid that you were going to ask me to do that on here because I'm like, I don't know if I can do that on this like very quickly. But yeah, that's awesome. I do like. I try to do the time value of money video because I do think we need to simplify it, not make it harder. Our job is not to make this shit harder. Okay. So let's see. So you have my website, you have my YouTube channel, Brian Lee stuff. Go check out Past Masters. Go check out Past Masters, Susie Rhodes, and go check out Brandon Rith over at Basic Wisdom. He has some good stuff. Oh, you know who's putting out more videos lately? More like motivational ones, but Notman has some videos out there. They definitely do. Okay. So go at Notman, Past Masters, Brandon Rith, those, and then my channel. It should be good. Okay. Okay. Tyler, I do the old, you have to take a certain amount of tests. You do have to take at least 5 or 6, right? I mean, that's at a minimum. And I've had people pass on less, but you got to take 5 or 6 to know where you stand. But you take them till you're ready, right? That's the thing. It's not like, oh, you have to take 3 a day to get 80 in. There are firms that do that. You have to take, there's some firm, I forgot which, I don't know if it's Wells Fargo or fucking Chase, where they make you do 300 questions a day. It's like, oh my God, there's not a test in the world that's 300 questions. Why are you draining these people? It's just like, what are you doing? It's like lazy coaching, right? Just saying, I need you to do 300 questions a day. And if you do 250, they give you shit. That's lazy fucking coaching. Step it up. You can do better. Okay. Be better. Okay. Let's talk about that now. Okay. Let's talk about that for a second. Boy, I'm just kidding. Okay. Now, so let's talk about that for a second. So if you hear the word covered or uncovered, as far as options go, if you hear the word covered or uncovered, it means you're selling an option. Okay. It means you're selling an option. If you see uncovered, it means it's an option by itself. If I sell a 50 call, I'm bearish. I'm looking to just bring in the premium, but I have unlimited risk because it can go up to forever, and I can only make the premium. That's fine. If I do a covered call, what it does is, remember how I said I'm uncovered. Why do I have unlimited risk when I sell a call, right? Because if the stock goes up, I'm going to have to buy it up there somewhere so I can sell it at 50. Because remember, if you buy a call, you have the right to buy stock at, say, buy a 50 call. So Zach, you bought a 50 call. You have the right to buy stock at 50 till it expires. I sold that to you. You gave me the premium. Say it's $3. You paid me $3 that I promise that no matter how high the stock goes, I'm going to sell to you at 50. I'm obligated. It's kind of like what Apple does when they sell the Apple Care or whatever it is. They're just looking for the premium. And then they promise to fix your phone if it goes bad. Or they promise to pretend to fix it, right? Okay. Now, if it's uncovered, I sell at 50 call. If the stock goes to 80 and you exercise, I have to go buy it at 80 and sell it to you at 50. I lose 30 minus the premium. If it goes to 90, I have to buy it at 90, sell it to you at 50. If it goes to 100, I got to buy it at 100, sell it to you at 50. If it goes to a million, I got to buy it at a million, sell it to you at 50. I lose a lot of money, right? That sucks. So what I can do is I can cover it by pre-buying the stock. Buy the stock before I sell the call. So I sell the call at 50 and I buy stock at 45. So I own the stock already. So when I have to sell it, I just sell the stock I own. Well, okay, so now, if stock goes up, okay, if its stock goes up to 70 and you exercise, you get to buy it at 50. And you think, oh, Ken's gonna have to buy it at 80 or 70. No, you already bought the stock at 45. So I just sell you the stock I bought at 45 and actually make money. Okay, I make money plus the premium, right? So covered calls are very safe. Well, they're safer than stock. They're the most conservative option strategy there is. So if I buy stock and sell a call, it doesn't increase the risk at all, puts money in my pocket, and I'm kind of good there. Now, a covered put is so you sell a 50 put. Say, Zach, you buy a 50 put. You have the right to sell it at 50. Oh, I have to buy it from you, right? I have to buy it from you at 50. A lot of violence in here. I have to buy it from you at 50. No matter how low the stock goes, I have to buy it from you at 50. So if the stock goes to 30, I have to buy it from you at 50, and then probably gonna have to sell it at 30, and I lose $20. If it goes to $10, I'm gonna have to buy it at 50 because I promised I would, and I'm gonna sell it at 10. I lose $40, right? So I want to get rid of that, so I'm gonna pre-sell it. So that's an uncovered put we just did. A lot of loss potential. Most of you make his premium, and then I'm gonna sell short stock at 50 or 55 and sell a 50 put. So even if the stock goes down, I buy it at 50 and I already sold it, so I make money. Again, if you're just learning options, don't worry about it. I have the videos that explain it better. But again, uncovered, very risky. It's selling an option by itself. Covered, it's less, well, it may be less risky. It's not more risky. And it's with the stop position. If I sell a call, I'm long stock to cover it. If I'm short a put, I'm going to short stock to cover it. Okay, I hope that helps a little bit. Sean, you're actually in good shape, okay? The mastery's hard. If you go on my playlist, I have that Taking Finals playlist where I take like 5 in a row. The first one, that's 75, is very, very, very close to the wording of the test. I've gotten pretty good at matching the wording of the test, okay? Just my playlist, baby. Just follow my 66 playlist from the beginning to the end. It will solve a lot of your problems. Save you some money with me, too. Remember, it doesn't change that much, Bailey. So here's the thing. You're not going to like the answer. It's between 15 and 35. So you may get the unlucky one where you don't get a lot of them, or you may get lucky and you get a lot of them. Because Bailey, you need to think that I want Nicole. Let me get you. I want to get you. I hope you're still here. You want to own like everyone of my students and everyone who does my videos wishes the entire test was options. So you need to, if you're worried, anytime somebody says, how many questions are on the test, it means you're worried about it, right, Bailey? So let's not be worried about it. Nobody goes on how many are on there and they're excited. So I want you to be excited about them. I want you to look forward to them. I want you to own them, whether you use the goddamn T-charts, you use my way, I don't really give a shit. Whatever way works, you got to kind of own them, okay? And once you get comfortable with them, then you're going to wish the entire test was options. I promise you. Once that shoe drops, it can't really undrop. Okay. Nicola, that's awesome. Boom. I love it. Oh, that's funny. I love it. Yeah. By the way, Nicola, I appreciate it. Okay. I appreciate that you're saying that, but you would have passed. I just helped you along a little bit. That's all it is. But you know what you have to get because you passed all these exams.
Celebrate, yeah.
multiple for both of you and your girlfriend. Boom. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's awesome. It's a great feeling to get these goddamn things behind you. Okay. Yes, the practice exams are the simulated ones. Well, here's the thing. If you use Kaplan, they have a thing called the practice exam and the mastery. Those are really hard. But yeah, so the practice exams on my channel are the ones where I take them online and you can take them with me. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Even more looking. I'm working on new music, by the way. I'm waiting for Mike to pass. I have a video queued up for him. I'm just waiting for him to pass the damn 66 so we can get on with this, baby. A little cult. Okay, now we get back to this. Here's the thing. That 66 is a killer, right? That 66 in SIE makes you much more marketable. You can. I don't know that you can take the insurance exams without sponsorship, but you can take the Series 3. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying that you could take the Series 3 if you want to. Okay, it's an interesting move, and then the bigger firms might be more interested in you. Yeah, I think with the SI and the 6, you're about as marketable as you're going to get. I mean, you absolutely can take the insurance exam too, and it'll help. But people aren't worried about the insurance. They're worried about the 66 and the 7. That is absolutely what they're worried about. Okay. We got it, Nicole. I'm with you. I'm almost caught up. I'm running out. Do I only get a half hour tonight? Is that all we're going to do? Okay. Yes, there were. So before you take the Series 7, the day before you take the Series 7, you need to read customer accounts. In STC, that is 2 and 14 disclosures. And then what is that in Kaplan? Do I have? I don't think I have that. I don't remember what it is. I had it before. It's not coming back to me. I thought it was like 15 or something like that. But it's there. You want to read them. You actually, boom. Brandy, I'm telling you, you're going to rock this thing. We're going to get this. Okay. No. Okay. Yes, riskiest option is either uncovered call or a short straddle, right? Yep, exactly. So yeah, so that's why you pre-buy it. Yep. Now remember, but here's the thing: if they say you're long stock, how do you protect it? You're going to go with the buy put, right? Because you buy to protect yourself for income. Okay. Nicole, I appreciate it. I like them. Yeah, see, that's the thing. When that happens, you're very happy, right? So everyone who does my options videos and buys into the shit, right? They wish the entire test was options. Put you over the top. Okay. Okay. Brandy, we're gonna nail this. We're gonna get it so close. We're gonna knock it in. You're gonna jump over that finish line like a badass. Okay. Okay. Okay, Scott. Yeah, investment vehicle characteristics, it's a killer. Okay. On the 65 and the 66, investment vehicle characteristics, everyone goes, oh, I got it. And then they don't got it. It's hard. I mean, because here's the thing, the test is not like, in the 7, sometimes it's a tricky question and it's a tricky question. You just can't find it. The thing with the 65 and 66, some of their questions are tricky and you don't know it. Like they're nuanced that you miss a word here or there and that changes everything. So you got to make sure you read every damn word and watch out for the tricks. I mean, don't assume they're there, but just be ready for them. I mean, again, if the answer is right, pick the answer. Don't be like, oh my God, it's too easy. That's not a thing. Okay. Make sure you get the investment vehicle characteristics and watch my crash course videos. And Scott, you're going to nail this thing. Okay. Hold on. Let me get the alpha beta thing. Okay. Now, everyone, I don't have the screen here, so I'm not going to draw on it. If I could draw on my wall, my wife would be pissed, right? So beta is a multiplier. So it's your volatility compared to an index or something. So if you have a beta of 1, you move with the index. If you have a beta of 2, you move twice as much. Now that's good and bad, right? When the market's going up, if the market goes up if you have a beta of dose and the market goes up 10%, you're going to go up 2 times that. You're going to go up 20. However, if the market goes down 10%, you're going to get down 2 times that, you're going to go down 20. Okay, so high beta is good in a good market, bad in a bad market. It's very volatile. Over 2 beta means it's twice as volatile as the market. A beta of 0.5 means you move half as much because it is a goddamn multiplier. Okay, so if you have a portfolio that is a beta of 0.5, that means it's going to move half as much as the market. Market goes up 10%, you're going to go up 5. Market goes down 20%, you're only going to go down 10. So you do worse in a good market, better in a bad one. Okay, now bring it on there. I don't want to make the XT today. I was babysitting 3 out of my future 5 grandkids today. Now, it's one good thing about our grandfather. You get to be a babysitter. You walk in, you do it, you spoil him, you give him. When your 2-year-old asks for a cookie, a Costco cookie, and you know, and you give her the whole damn cookie, and the mom says she was only supposed to get a little bit, I said she can save it for later. Okay. Those Costco cookies are off the chart. Okay, now, let's keep going. So now, they're like a beta of 2 over the regular coffees, okay, regular cookies. So a beta of 1 means you move with the market. A beta of 2 means you move without the market. So Brandy, here we go. Ready? Mr. Great, I love it. Mr. Great, how are you? Now, if I have a beta, so Brandy, I'm going to ask you this question. Pay attention. If I have a beta of 1.5 and the market goes up 10%, how much do I go up? I'll do it again. If I have a beta of 1.5 and the market goes up 10%, how much do I go up? Okay, I'm trying to do it slow. Okay, so now, come on, Brandy, here we go. So it's a multiplier. Market goes up 10. I go up 1.5. No, 1.5. It's a multiplier. So Sean, multiply 10 times 1.5. That's going to give you how much you're expected to do. How much are you expected to do? It's a multiplier. Okay, now. So it's 10%. You're going to go up 15%. 10 times 1.5. Boom, Kyle Hamill. Any relation to Mark Hamill? Boom. So again, it's 10% times 1.5. So that's 15%. So our expected return is 15%. Brandy, tell me you're alive and tell me you got this. Understand what I'm saying? So if the market went up 10% and I have a beta of 1.2, I will go up 1.2 times 10. I would go up 12%. If I had a beta of 2%, and the market went up 10, I go up 20. The market down 10, I do down 20. It's just a multiplier. But let's go back to this. So we agree that the market goes up 10%, and I have a 1. There we go. And we have a 1.5. See, we got it. It's so easy. Now, the math is so fucking easy. Now, so I'm expected to go up 15%. We'll all agree with that. Market goes up 10. I have a beta 1.5. Market should go up 15%. We're okay with that. What if my portfolio actually goes up 17%? Did I do better or worse than expected? So again, I have a 1.5 beta. Market goes up 10. I go up 17%. I'm expected to go up 15. Did I do better or worse than expected? Why, yes, I did better than expected by those points. That's alpha. We have 2 points of alpha. That's what it is, okay? Hope we're okay with that. Boom. We did better, and we did 2 points better. Okay. See, I want to show you guys something. I just did this post on Instagram. I think it's all on mute. I like. Hold on. Here, see we guys. I see we can do it right myself. Ready? Hold on. I gotta get the music. Here we go. No matter what, never give. I remember working hard with my mom. You name it, she did it. You name it, she sold it. You name it, she cleaned it. You name it, she yelled it. She had to provide. You all the women who passed, baby. You name it, she stole it. My whole life was layaway. Pay, but the bills never went away. Put your hands to the sky. This Boom. There we go, baby. Some badass bitches, right? Good. Okay. Okay. Hope that helps. That's your next. I'm telling you, you're on it. Everyone on here is going to nail this stupid thing. Okay. What? You're actually related. That's the wrong. You're related to Dorothy Hamill. That's pretty cool. That's very. I almost let that fucking go by. That's as much as Mark Hamill's cool. Dorothy Hamill's cooler. I was a kid when she was skating. I used to watch that shit. Not enough to really watch it. I'll leave it at that. It wasn't okay back in the 70s. Okay. Jamie, I'm glad you're helping. I love that Mathapalooza video. I really do. Okay. Jamie, you will. That'll be you next Friday. Absolutely. Okay. We got to get jacked up for this shit, right? We can't just be like, oh, I'm going to pass it. We are going to motherfucking pass this exam. My goal is to have so many of you pass this that I sit here staring at a blank screen that everyone goddamn passed the test. Or boom, they're ready. They don't need my help anymore. Okay. I love now, guys. Don't forget, if you need help in groups, join the FINRA exam prep. It's called FINRA exam prep with help from Capital Advantage Tutoring. It's help. It's like almost we're gaining like 100 people a week. It's crazy, and the amount of people commenting, that must be like 10, 15 posts a fucking day, every day. As you help on the chat, it's so much more behind the scenes on the chat. And we have a chat for every single task. It's amazing. Okay. Me next Saturday, I'm going to be a badass bitch. You're damn right you are, Mary. Is it coming up this Saturday, like 2 days from now? Or is it like a week? I think you mean next. I don't know if you mean in 2 days or not. I never know. I never know if next Saturday means the one coming up or the one after. Because I think if you say Saturday, right, that means it's coming up. And then if you say next Saturday, technically that's the same one, right? Because it's the next Saturday. Or does it mean the one after? I just don't know. Can't tell. Okay. Listen, if you let me out of here early, I'm happy to go. Nice. That's a great day. That's awesome. Just a little, maybe do a little to be after you get out and be a little happy that you're. What is Hitler's the 19th, right? Isn't Hitler's birthday the 19th? And then Earth Day. I'll call it Earth Day. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, the balance sheet. You did mention that. Okay, that's fair. Jason, we're going to get you through this. Okay. Boom. 1 week, baby. 1 week. Okay. Brandy, you go. Boom. I'm not getting out. Scott asked for a balance sheet. Okay. There's not a lot of balance sheet stuff. So, okay, it's not heavy. They're not. Here's the thing. It's not a gotcha test. The vendors are gotchas. FINRA is not. They're not. I mean, they're hard. Look, if you know your shit, you're going to be fine. If you don't know your shit, you're not going to be fine. Okay? That's literally, like, here's the thing. With CAP and SEC, even achievable, past perfect, you could know your shit and still fail because you can't follow their crap. Okay? Yeah, Jason, you got to get out of here. Get rid of it. But trust me, the worst part is usually the comment I get is my spouse is so happy to not hear your fucking voice anymore. So it is what it is. I talk too fast. I curse too much. I say inappropriate shit. It is what it is. Okay. Now, so Scott, I know this is my ADD sheet. You got to deal with it. Okay. So now, balance sheet stuff. PE ratio. What is PE ratio? Well, it's fucking easy, right? It's also called the multiple. They're going to call it the multiple. They absolutely could. The multiple is price over earnings. P. So you take the market price divided by the earnings per share. The vendors love to make you try to figure out what earnings per share is. They're gonna fucking tell you. The most math you'll ever have is like a two-step math. Like maybe you'd have to calculate the earnings per share and then PE ratio. 9 times out of 10, not. But remember, these formulas we're dumbasses. It's written for us, right? PE ratio, price to earnings, market price divided by earnings. Earnings per share, earnings per share, earnings divided by shares. Dividend payout ratio, dividends paid versus earnings per share. Okay. What's on the balance sheet? Assets and liabilities, stuff like that. What's on the income statement? Cash flow, taxes, stuff like that. So remember, income statement is money in and out. balance sheet is like the assets and liabilities. Okay. If you can do those formulas, look, unless you add a couple more. Current ratio. What's current ratio? Current ratio is current assets divided by current liabilities. Okay. Working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. Kind of like, again, CF, who the fuck cares? Don't give a shit. It's not that way on the exam. See, that's the thing. Let's not make it complicated. It is literally earnings divided by shares. Yes. Do they subtract preferred? The vendors do it. I have never seen the test do it to me. I have never, ever, ever, ever seen the test go earnings minus inventory. Maybe they do, but the vendors fucking love it. And like the beta, they go, oh, beta is index. It's the index minus the real risk-free rate of return times the beta. They're not doing that on the test. They just want to fucking know if you know your shit. Not every little nuance of it, okay? Don't sweat the financial statements too much. Know what a 10Q is. Well, let's start with this one. What's a 10K? That's an annual report. What's a 10Q? You're welcome. 10Q is a quarterly report. 8K is posted in the middle. Again, for the 7, it's not 7 SIE, not that deep on this shit, okay? Again, here's a problem with the balance sheet stuff. There's 70 formulas. Maybe 75. They're only going to test you on 3 or 4 of them. Let them go. Get the ones that are most likely to show up. PE ratio, earnings per share, dividend payout ratio. Most of the time, they just want you to recognize it, not even to do the goddamn math. Okay. If you're in the 70s on that, and those are the things that are hurting it, you're fine. Okay. They're not math tests. I mean, the 79 is a math test, but every other test, the amount of math you're going to get is minimal, other than the 7 with some options, some 30 options. But even half of them are going to be theory. You may have to know what support versus resistance is, right? So if you see a stock trading in a range, the upper level is resistance, the lower level is support. Okay, it's not that big a deal. It's not. It's not that hard. And here's the thing. So here's support and resistance. If it goes through resistance, it's going to keep fucking going. Okay, if it goes through support, it's going to keep going. Like if I take a bowling ball and smash it against the ground and it keeps bouncing up, not that they really bounce, but say they bounce up, eventually it's going to break through the floor and go through to the bottom. It keeps going. That's what it is. Okay. Look, guys, this is what I try to tell everyone. Don't complicate this shit. Okay. Don't make this test harder than it needs to be. Okay. We want to make sure that you're in great shape. Okay. We want to make sure that you're good. Keep it fucking simple. Be confident. I can't say this enough. You need to be confident about this. That's why I say badass bitch and take it like a savage. Because here's the one problem. So here's the one thing that everyone freaks out about. And Maria, I love her. She's passed her exam. She's in that video. You can't get 100. So stop fucking trying. Okay? You're not going to get 100. You're going to get a 75 or an 80. If you get an 80, 85, you're passing with flying colors. It is not a big deal. Here's the thing. And if you shoot for 100, you're going to end up screwing yourself over. Here's my example. And I love Maria. Okay? I was doing questions with her, right? We were doing questions in the Friday night group, which was fun. And I said, stop trying to, and what happened was there was a question. She brought up a question that she got in her question bank, which is like this crazy options where it's long stock, shorter call, shorter put. What's the next loss? Who cares? It's just coverage straddle. And I said, you got to let it go. Okay. So I said to her, okay, yeah, Trace, I'll do that. So I said to her, you don't need to get 100 on every test. So you don't need to get 100 because it's not going to happen. So I said, you got to let shit go. So I said, here's an example of one you would probably just let go. She goes, I can't do that. Oh, so you are trying to get 100, right? Because you got to be able to let shit go. You got to let 15 to 20 questions just float it out, and hopefully you get them right. It's literally what it is, okay? So you got to make sure that you are not trying to kill yourself and going for the shit you don't know. Because if you sit there and try to memorize every question and get everyone right, you can end up like me, a fucking loser on YouTube trying to teach it to people. Okay. Now, Tracy Walter, price to earnings, okay? Price to earnings is literally it's the one most people use, okay? Price to earnings is your market price over your earnings per share, right? And it's a measure of the multiple of what people, I'll even look up. What's the exact wording of what is PE for? What is PE for? And what do they say? It's to determine its value, right? So that's what it's determining its value by measuring the stock versus the earnings, okay? Now, what's book value? Do we know what book value is? Book value is what is that? Why is that open? Okay. Oh, did it work? Oh, I turned it off. Now it should work. Okay. Now, the book value is like the liquidation value of the company, right? So if you took all a book value is what the company is worth, okay? Now, the book value is what the company is worth if you sold all their fucking assets, the buildings, the trucks, the equipment, everything, the actual tangible things, and the price. It's just figuring out the value. Both PE and price to book are figuring out the value of a company. A high PE ratio is high price to earnings, called the multiple. A high price to book is high price over the book value. So the book value is all the total tangible assets, the liquidation value of a company, divided by the number of shares. That's the book value. Okay. Now, so then you just a high PB means it's a growth company. A low PE is a value company, just like the PE ratio. PB and PB, high means growth, low means value. But again, it's just comparing. One is comparing against earnings. The other one's comparing against the actual liquidation value of the company. So that's it. It's not that big a deal. And it's literally, they're not going to make you figure out why. I mean, they might. It's just to determine the value of a company. Like, remember, so I got a question and it was like, what's PE ratio? And one of them was the price over the earnings growth rate, which is not. That's the PEG ratio. Again, don't Google that shit. Okay. So, like, the PEG ratio is price over earnings growth, not earnings. PE ratio is price over earnings. So, a high PE ratio is growth, low PE is a value. So, the other three answers were wrong, like the PEG. And it said, the lower the PE, the greater value the company is, which that makes sense because it's the higher PE, it's more of a growth versus value. I got to think that's the right answer, but it's just written crazy. Okay. Boom. That's all. Okay. And is that it? Thursdays are always very weird, right? Thursdays are fucked up, right? So either it's busy as hell and I get 80, 90 people on it, or I get like 50, or I get 30. And it's like up and down. And there's no basketball anymore. So I got it to work for me. It wasn't working for me before. Now, any last minute questions? Anyone taking it? Hopefully we're taking it. And Jason, yes, we need you to get you off my screen so you can go back to. So anyone you talk to, be like, I don't need to hear his fucking voice anymore. Like, I have a lot of people came to me at the end of the year and they saw that I was like their top one or two on their Spotify playlist, which is happy for me, but really, really sad for them. And they said that they're so happy that they don't have to listen to my voice as much anymore. Best Buy. Boom. It's always up 3 cents every fucking day. It's up. Okay. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Fund ration. I don't think you'll ever have to do that on any exam you take here. Understand? So the expense fund expense. I don't even think it's the same fucking thing. If it's anything, so expense ratio is how much it costs to run the fund every year, right? That's the management fees. Hold on. Expense ratio is not sales charge. Remember that. Expense ratio is not the sales. The sales charge is not part of that. But the expense ratio is how much it costs to run the fund per share, right? So yeah, it's part of the expense ratio. The management fees, ongoing costs, 12B1 fees are part of it. That's why C shares has a high expense ratio because it has 12B1 fees in there. Okay. And what, pray tell, are 12B1 fees? 12B1 fees are what they charge you every year for a mutual fund to market and advertise the mutual fund. So wait a second. If I buy into a mutual fund, I'm paying for the marketing and advertising for them to sell the mutual fund. How crazy is that? Crazy, Eddie. So here's the deal. Now, here's the deal on this. The 12B1 fee is to market and advertise the fund. Because here's the thing. The expense ratio is literally all the expenses, okay? All the expenses divided by the number of shares. So, if we get more shares, out there, then when the expense ratio is low. So let's say it costs us $1 million. I'm going to use crazy numbers. Let's say it costs $1 million to run the fund. That's our expenses. Well, we say we have 100,000 shares outstanding. 1 million divided by 100,000 is 10, right? 10. So our expense ratio is 10. That means every year we got to pay $10. Okay. Now, okay. Ooh, Pancho Villa. Hold on. Now, but if they advertise and they bring in another million, okay, Mary, they get another. Say they get another million. I wonder, Mackenzie. Hopefully, she's probably Mackenzie. Hopefully, is celebrating her ass off. Um, where was I going with this? Okay, so if I was $1 million a year in expenses and I had 100,000 shares, it's $10 a person, $10 a share. But if all of a sudden the number of shares went up to 200,000 and it's still about $1 million, that's $5 a share. If I get another 300,000 people in there from the marketing, now it's going to come down to, what is that, like $2 a share, right? 10 divided by 5 is, no, it's 5, right? So, oh wait, so I can't do 10 is 10, making it 200 grand is 5. And then if you do it 5, it's going to be 2. And then if I get a million people, then it's 1. So bringing in more investors lowers the expense ratio. But the expense ratio literally is what it costs to run the fund every day or whatever. Um, we do want that as low as possible, but it does help. And the big thing is to know that sales charge is not part of that. 12B1 fees are. Okay. Offer to take place on active trading. Okay. Um, yeah, I have yeah, look up. There's a guy, Tony Denaro. Look up Tony Denaro. He does some stuff. He's not super popular, but to get there, he has some technical trading stuff, I think. If you want to learn, go see if the New York Institute of Finance has videos or anything. Because they say, not that you would want to spend the $8 grand to learn how to trade, but they do teach, they do have classes on how to trade. So they may put stuff out there. Okay, hey coach, I got offered to take place at my firm's active trading desk versus the personal advisor roles. Well, the good thing is, if you're a personal advisor, if you're making calls to bring in clients, yeah, go to the trading desk. But here's the thing: if you're bringing in, here's the thing. It comes down to this: does it pay more? That's one thing. 2, does it teach you new skills that you don't have already? 3, does it teach you skills that can transfer? Like if you're just buying and selling and trading. I mean, I was a trader for 30 years. What does that transfer into? Nothing, except for I can talk to people and I can trade. I can negotiate. That's all I can do. And that doesn't help me. Luckily, I switched to compliance for a while and then went from there. Okay. Now, the personal advisor one, it depends on firm you're. Again, personal advisor could mean you're trying to bring in clients, which is really fucking tough. It's so hard, especially now we're heading sort of into recession, even though we have inflation. Um, Active trading desk, as long as they have some sort of, you got to look to see how long people last, right? So look to see how long people are there and see what it is. I need a little more information. So maybe Pancho, shoot me an email with what the information is, and I'm at kenfinnan@gmail.com. Shoot me an email, tell me what it was, what each job does, and I'll help you out. But again, I think the active trading desk is good, but that a lot of that gets taken up by computers. Personal advisor again could be hurt. Okay. Right. Okay. So Mary, that's right. Okay. Depends on the firm. As a trader, also brings in clients to the advisor side. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, that's the thing. I forgot, Mary. You were pushed into you got offered the trading job. So maybe you guys should talk on Facebook and see what's there. But yeah, I think being a trader could be fun because you can execute trades. I assume. I would have gone back to that in a second. I would have gone to Fidelity or Morgan Stanley and sat on their trading desk in a second. Okay. Hey, congrats, Pancho. Then you got to make sure you do the one that's going to have the biggest growth and have security. The only problem with trading desk sometimes everything's getting more and more electronic. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, there's 2. So the person who has the best course right now is Danko, right? I think you use Kaplan Schweizer, is that CFA, but I think Kaplan has good books. But check out Joe Neeson, okay? Joe Neeson. Sean, we're gonna get you through this, I promise. Check out Joe Neeson. He is trying to do a I think he's starting a he does a podcast right now and stuff. He's trying to create a course and have a class that starts in the late spring, I guess. I don't know what the CFP timing is. I don't know if it's like the CFA where it's like every um oh, got it. That's good, Mary. Good to know. I'll bring that up. We'll talk about that. Um Forget it. I don't know where the hell I was going with that. But he's running a course. I don't know if it's every June and December like the CFA. I don't know when they do it, but I know it's certain times. It's not like this shit where you get the ticket every day. Okay. Okay. Jasmine, I'll get you on that one. Okay. Yeah, so that's interesting. So yes, so Pancho, see if it's the same type of job with Mary, where you actually have people come in and they talk to you. You say, I can't advise you, but Mary, at some point, I want to talk to you. I want to maybe we can do something and you explain what your job are and your process and stuff like that. I have a couple of people in line that I want to talk to and do this with, but well, you're going to be one of them. Okay. So pay attention. So stay. I hate to be a shit about this, but actually, if you send me an email, then I'll keep in touch with you at least. Or I'd rather you just come on here and give me that one extra viewer. But Jason, try to paste it here. But if it's a long one, that's impossible. If I tell you it's not on the test, believe me. Okay. 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 Yeah, perfect, Mary. That's perfect. No, Pancho, I'm happy to help you, but just let's see what happens. Listen, I'm congrats on the baby. I The craziest story ever. I got two more grandkids coming in the next week or so. My son and daughter, my two oldest ones, don't talk to each other a lot. So when my wife called my son in Mississippi to say, hey, Joy's giving birth in April or whatever, he goes, well, so is Ashton, his wife. So I was like, oh, that's funny. So they're due about within a week of each other. I said they should name them the same name just to fuck with people. Oh yeah, boom. If you do, it's Series 7 Whisperer. So you can check it out on Instagram. I just put a great post on there. Go check it out. Um, yeah, so Juan, I hope that helped a little bit. And Joe needs some, and then look up Danko. They're good stuff. Okay. Yeah, see if you can paste it in here. I'll give you a minute. If you can't, just tell me you're typing it in and I'll take it. Oh, so this is the weird thing. So I'm old as fuck, right? So I'm like 4 years ago, yeah, a little over 4 years ago. I have a friend Craig who's I went to high school with her in this. He's a year, maybe he's a. I was 16. I turned 17 as a senior in high school. So I started my senior year as a 16-year-old. So most of my class are a little older than me. They're all, I'm turning 57, I guess, and they're turning 58, right? So there's like one, maybe I had one guy he was within 2 weeks of me. So he was like October 10th. So he was a little younger than me. He was a week younger than me. I haven't seen him in a while. He was the only one. Now, back then in the 80s, nobody fucking people held their kids back, but it wasn't a big deal. So now, okay, now, so back in August, I was so happy because my first grandson was born. His third fucking kid. We're the same age, and his third kid was born the same day, within hours of each other, of my first grandkid. I could not at 51 possibly think of having a brand new kid. I wouldn't. I'm tired now, and I only see him like once a day. It's crazy. Okay. So Jason, is it not working? Do you want to type it in, or do you want to? I mean, you can email it to me if you can do it quick. Oh wait, I'm just looking at the top of my head for 30 seconds. Okay. Um, Jason, you could just. But what if you come in, join our group tomorrow night? We can go over it. It's tomorrow night, right? Friday. God, the weeks go so fast. I have a class next week, and then the next 3 weeks after that, I have classes every day. It's crazy. Okay. Okay. Boom. I agree. Thank you, Pancho. I agree. I think the membership classes help a lot. While we're waiting for Jason, who's taking his sweetest time to paste this thing, I know the system doesn't let you. Probably, I'm just fucking with you. But Feel free to join the Facebook group if you haven't already. It's super great. They have a lot of good study groups. I mean, there's posts every day. I hardly post on there. I maybe post every other day. Shit, maybe a little because I don't need it. It's organic. It runs on its own. It's fucking awesome. It's great. Like I literally don't. I let them answer a couple questions. There's so many people. There's like 1,300 people on there actively talking to each other. It's crazy. Sean, it is mostly for. It's a. Oh, here we go. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Sean, I don't if you're taking the SIE, that's a paid class, and it's not. Don't do it until you. It's not worth. It's not going to help you at all. It's a Zoom class. I do the 65-66 at 6. I do the 7 at 7, and then I do the options at 8. It's mostly for 7. Look, I'm happy to take your money, your $25 or whatever, but save it. Save your money and wait till you pass the other exam, and then we can talk about it. Focus on the SIE. Everything you need for the SIE is on my free shit. I don't charge for that. Okay. Now, let's see now. Let's see if I can figure this out. You have a 60-year-old client who opened a Roth IRA with your firm 1 year ago. The account was funded with 6,500 deposit. And the account value is now 7,500. I'm reading it. It's not. It's not big enough. It's the 5-year withdrawal, right? Well, I'm going to see some. You can take the money out. You can take the money out after 5 years, but I can't remember. Here's the thing. You have to. I'm not even getting to this one. Okay. So if you take it out for other things, okay, you won't have to. You can get the tax-free shit. But here's the deal. If you take money out of a Roth, this is the interesting part. If you wait the 5 years, okay, then you can take your I think it came through. I know it doesn't like the pause. Okay, so now you can take out your growth, okay? You can take out your principal, okay? You can withdraw your principal. I think I don't know if it's after 5 years or during. Hold on. Okay. So you can always do that. You don't even have to wait the 5 years. I remember I thought it. I remember that if you take out so here's the deal. You can always take out your principal. I don't even think you have to wait the 5 years. I went over that. I had a guy about 10 years ago, this TJ. His mom was an advisor, and I was still learning this shit, the Roth. And he goes, no, you can take the money out anytime you want. You don't even have to wait 5 years. So the thing, it's not about the 5 years on this. If you want to take your earnings out and you're over 59 and a half, you can get the tax-free shit. But you can withdraw your principal at any time out of a Roth, only the Roth, okay? And as long as you have enough in there, like if you put in 6,500, you can take it out. That's all right. We're good. I think you're good stuff. I think we're in solid shape. Not that one. Yeah. Do not need the 5 years. But to be able to take it out, remember to take out the tax 5 years, okay? If you take out if you take it out, let's go, since we're on this fucking roll, let's just, yeah, no, don't worry about it. No, we're good. It was all good. Now, I know, it's like, it's always a fight. So let's talk about this. You put money in a Roth, you can put in 7 grand a year, another 8 grand if you're old, fuck like me. If you after next year, if you want to take money out, you can take out your principal. No taxes, no nothing is because it's your money. It's been taxed. Okay. If you want to take out the growth, if you want it without the penalty and the tax-free part, you have to wait at least 5 years and then be over 59 and a half. Because if you take out the growth before you're 59 and a half, you're going to pay a penalty. So it has to be over 5 years and over 59 and a half to come out tax-free and penalty-free. If you want to take out your growth, you can do it anytime. So you can start pro-load. So here's what you do. When you have kids, start hiring them to do shit around the house, like not chores, but mowing lawns and fucking, I don't know, selling milk. As they earn, start dumping Roth into their account, money into their Roth account. You can do that. There's no age limit as long as they're earnings, okay? As it grows, maybe after 10 years, you have a lot of money in there, then take out the principal and you can do whatever you want with it and let it roll on that. Whatever you want to do. So again, Roth goes in after tax. It grows tax deferred. If you hold it till 59 and a half and it's more than 5 years, you will pay zero taxes on the growth, but you did pay tax on the money you put in. If you want to take your money out of your Roth right now, you can take your principal out at any time. There's never an issue with that. Okay. Hope that helps, all 47 of you, and nobody has questions. But anyway, it's 9:38. I do have to go. See, it's amazing. I always think I'm going to leave, and then somebody has other questions on it, which is awesome. So, Jason, I hope it helped you. So the question, you make it, you think the 5 years matters, but it doesn't fucking matter. They can take anything out they want, okay? He can take out the 1 year one or the 5 year one. It does not matter. You just got to take out the one that it's only the, and he's over 62, so there's no penalties. I think we're good. There's another Roth open 8 years, another from the company to withdraw 7 grand. Okay. Jasmine, what did you answer? I think I did, but what did you answer? Hold on. Re-ask it. I think I did. You might not have been paying attention, or I didn't answer it. Let's see. Oh, I started to and then I didn't. I started to and then I didn't. So, you have a few weeks. Just focus on everything right now. But here's the one thing. If you really want to make sure that you're good, there's 2 topics, and you're not going to like me. Advise all the investment advisor stuff. I mean, all the regs, but the investment advisor stuff and investment vehicle characteristics. Those are big. Okay. Again, investment vehicle characteristics, and all the regs, but make sure you have the what the investment advisor stuff, both federal and state, down. Okay. And third, maybe you want to get to the ethics and prohibited activity. You're going to get a lot of that. So again, for any of these 63, 65, 66 exams, you want to make sure ethics and prohibited activity is there. For the 65 and 66, you want to make sure investment vehicle characteristics is solid. And then the regs, which is like more the IA side, because your broker dealer is pretty easy. It's the IA side you got to keep going over. Okay. I think that works. I think I got you, kid. Okay. Not too bad. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it, Scott. See, it says right there. You can't see it now, but it said it before. Okay. Boom. I'm glad that helped. Everyone, have a great weekend. Stay safe. Although you passed, it's awesome. Go check out my latest short. It's all about empowering people. I just showed it to you. So you can watch it again, make me feel good. And on that note, I am...
Clap your fingers, do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey.
I'm back. I shouldn't have been back. Oh my God, I screwed it up.